Always great to get Glen Kotzen's opinion on Perfectly Placed. Hard to get out to Paul, but easy to get out to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Glen, thanks for your time. You've got heaps of runners on this card on Saturday. Kick off with number 5, Bombers in the Sky in the first race. Beautiful looking horse. Can we see some life?
What I liked is more about the way JP said to me that the penny hasn't even dropped with this lad. It says maybe put a pair of blinkers on him just to make him concentrate, but don't forget to take them off after that. He said he still doesn't know what he's doing. He possibly wants to go a little bit further, but I thought this would be the right race for him, and I'm really pleased with him. We worked with the blinkers. I think it's the right thing. He really worked exceptionally well today, so I'm expecting him to run an absolute cracker.
Second race, you've got 2 runners. Let's start with number 2, State Capital. She looked average for a long time, but she's turned the corner.
You know, I'm running her again quickly, and the syndicate nominee, my wife and her sister said, listen, why are you running her so soon? But it's the way the program's turned out, and I think it's just the right race for her. You know, when 3 jocks phone for the ride, then you know she's the right filly in the race. I think she'll go really close. I haven't done much with her since her PE trip. She was unlucky that she never got up at the last start, but I think she's very well installed.
Then you've got number 13, De Vlugge, in the same race under Siposition Tlengwa. Draws no good, but she looks like she could also be in the right place to run a nice race.
Look, she needed to run quite badly last time out, and she possibly still might need this run. When we got the draw 13, it's never easy, so we're going to have to drop around and take a poison.
Then on to the third race, where you got number 6, Golden Angel. There's a lot to like about her. She was tested last time out, but she ran a good race, running 4.5 lengths behind Beware the Bomb. We see that form popping up all the time.
You know that I gave the wrong instructions. You know, the filly first run came from tailed off and ran on right through to run third. The second start, same thing, from way off them. She ran on strongly to win a race. And then we were drawn 7. It's one of those catch-22s. What do? You get caught wide or drop right. I said, look, I think that the horses on your inside, they're not going to go forward. You'll be able to get over quite easy. And unfortunately, everything didn't pan out. Everything down the inside hunted and for a draw, and we ended up having to really use her up. She didn't know what to do when she hit the front. She ended up getting a soft lead, but always seeing daylight. We were disappointed, but I think it was all my doing, just changing the tactics. I had her in the Group 2. I just felt that the 1400 could be a touch sharp for her, so I'm really enjoying this mile. I think it's the right race for her. I think she'll be very competitive, especially over the mile.
Then on to the 4th race, which is the first leg of the Pick 6, a 2-pronged attack. Let's start with number 4, Sweetie Darling. Hasn't been seen for a while. What are your expectations after a break?
Yeah, after a 2-year career, we put her away. She had like a predisposed trip, and thank goodness that settled down after a long holiday. She put up a magnificent piece of work this morning. She's had 2 gallops, and she's absolutely flying. She looks an absolute picture. Again, I had her in the feature race. I decided to take her out, rather go the bottom weight first run back against the Colts. But I'm very excited. I think she's going to be competitive with that lightweight.
And then number 8, Walk With Me, also gets the services of Spare Tlengwa. Went to PE last time around, but there's a lot of progress to come. He's also a dashing, handsome horse. Yeah,
he is, and I think that the form lines have worked out quite nicely. There's been a couple of wins in PE after that. With him, he came back from PE with a massive splint, and we couldn't believe it. And we had to back off his work and work on the splint. It's settled down now. I would have loved to have given him a gallop, but I thought that Durbanville was way too hard. We haven't been able to get gallops at Kenilworth. So he's coming in fresh. He might just need it.
Then on to the 5th race, the first of the features, where you got number 2, Holding Thumbs. Lovely horse. He's coming to his own. Probably stiff that they moved from the turf to the poly in the Algoa Cup, where he still wasn't disgraced. Fastest 400 to the finish. Yeah, we're running him quite soon, but he took his run exceptionally well. He took the trip very well. He kicked the pins, missed the break. JP just opted to drop him in. I knew we were gone after an 18 North field, turning into the straight stone last. But I like the way he ran on, and I've been waiting for him to mature so we can put him over a bit of ground. He's got a nice galloping weight. Look, he's got to be competitive, hopefully. Then on to the list of Lazo Fair, where you got number 3 on the Cold Garden. Tatiana hasn't been seen for a while. She down tools during the summer last season. Just a starting point? She had one run. We're getting ready in the Natal. We didn't even get to run her. We weren't happy with the way she was moving and the way she was behaving. We had to take a small chip out of her knee. It's her first run back. She's had 1 gallop, just an 800-meter gallop here at Kenilworth for the feature race horses. And she's not the biggest of fillies. I think she might just need it, but happy that she's going forward. Then on to the Grade 2, the Western Cape Fillies Championship, a race you've got some good success in, where you got number 5, Whistle the Tune, and credit to you because she stepped out early as a 2-year-old. She won, she looked the business, but she kicked on at a high level in Durban. How badly will she need this run, considering that there are probably some good things to come for her? I think she's had a flawless prep. She needed the break after a 2-year-old season.
And I just think that she's matured into the most beautiful filly. When you'll see in the parade ring on Saturday, she looks magnificent. Her work has been spot on. She's had 2 gallops since we brought her back from holiday. I like bringing them back from the tell and giving them 2 gallops straight, fresh into the Group 2. We've done it with a lot of horses and it's worked out really well. I think she's a definite runner. Obviously, I think the filly drawn the worst, Dean Kenilworth filly's the filly to beat on current form, but she's going to be really competitive.
And then to finish off the day, down the straight, number 13, Sound of the Sea in race number 9. Again, Superstitious Lengua takes the ride, winner of his maiden, his penultimate, post-maiden not too good. Where are we at with him?
Well, Grant won him over a mile, and I put him back in around the bend at Durbanville. He said he battled to hold him, he just wouldn't settle. He said, since we've gelded him, you've got to go back up the straight with him. And it's strange, he's got all the pace in the world, but we just kept going further with him. The whole family, all are sprinters. I hope we're doing the right thing. We're bringing him back to the sprint. I think he'll run a super race. He certainly looks very well in himself, and his work has been solid.
And then the final runner, number 16, Commanding, also down the straight. Dennis Schwarz takes the ride, also an easy horse to look at. Any fireworks expected?
Look, he's been a little bit disappointing. We thought we would definitely have him up and running by now, but he needed his first run at Durbanville with the kid on. He went way too fast with him, I think, and didn't really corner really well. Got him back up the straight. We're trying to get him to qualify for the big cap. I think he's also can. There's 1 or 2 issues with his breathing, but we seem to have sorted it out. I think it's just a sign of immaturity. He's a big horse, but I think he's going to run a super race.
Good man, thank you.
Thank you.